it's hard to go in the next day and get
Mhm.
sexy naked, happy to be here naked, and you
Yeah.
don't know who wrote that about
I think
you.
when people they carefully craft these personas, and I think they can be used for good. There is a level of escapism that can be quite
Hmm.
handy that I've
Oh yeah.
actually thoroughly enjoyed over the years. I still do. There's certain times where I'm like, I gotta be Riley today. Sorry to, personal life, but that's just what's
Right.
gonna have to happen. But I mean, and we create them for safety, for boundaries. There's so many reasons that sex workers use aliases. But we've seen quite a few girls come through the doors of Muse who become super successful, whether they stay completely in the massage career or advance to being more of a private outcall independently, but they are completely immersed in those worlds. Like we see it online. That as much
Yeah.
as I like kind of want to toot a horn for her and be like, look at her go, I also have this moment of like, is she okay, or is she
Yeah.
always being Jane? Like you need that
Right.
personal time to turn it off because the lifestyle can be really fun and rewarding and like riches that follow from it,
Yeah.
but it's not reality necessarily.
Well, and I think her point about comments from strangers can
Mhm.
be one of those that you could be on that like growth streak, that high point where you're just maybe it's not bothering you for a couple months and you're pumping out
Mhm.
the content and things going boom, 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 and like you're in this flow. And then it takes one shitty review or one jackass in the comment section, and it can plunge your mood for an extended period of time, depending on
Mhm.
what it touches on. Um, I was an avid reader of reviews back in the day. You and I both completely avoid the boards now just because they're
Yeah.
not what they used to be. They're not authentic anymore.
Mhm.
But I distinctly remember a few of them messing with my self confidence so
Mhm.
much. And the hindsight is always beyond 2020 because
Mhm.
I was this big being called fat online and now I'm a plus size girly. And listen, I don't give a fuck who wants to write about that online anymore because, like, too
Right.
bad. Just, I'm too old to care. But at that point, it's hard to go in the next day and get
Mhm.
sexy naked, happy to be here naked, and you
Yeah.
don't know who wrote that about you. What if he's your next client? Because the same fuckers that write things like that are the ones that still see you all the time and love
Mhm.
to add their 2 cents every single time someone else puts an Emily review up. They're like, well, I
Mhm.
saw her again recently and blah, 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 blah. And you read this, and the amount of tears that have been shed by women reading sex work reviews of themselves, even some of the positive ones, can still touch on comments that you're like,
Mhm.
didn't need to hear that, didn't need to know that, never cared about how my back looks from a 45-degree angle when I'm
Mhm.
leaned over giving a hand job. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Well, and
And
that's
yet his perspective is, well, I looked in the mirror and there was a roll there and it was very